Good morning, everybody. It's Valerie Ling here, your revitalization and burnout prevention advocate. I'm just coming live to you this morning because Kathy Atkinson, my executive assistant, and I are working on a 2019 curriculum. And as I was working through it and just walking through the steps of how we were going to do this to make decisions for what we will say yes to and what we will say no to, I thought it might be a fantastic piece to actually live stream to show you what we're actually doing. So this particular way of doing things, someone just, in my head, I like to think of it as the Candy Crush way of doing things. Now, have you ever played Candy Crush? I will admit that it is a little bit addictive for me because I actually like the sounds. I'm not sure why. And the music. For some reason, the music really, really appeals to me. And I've got some nice earphones and things like that. And when I plug it on, I love the music. Anyway, that aside, one of the things that I like to do with Candy Crush when I'm playing it, so that's a game where you basically have to burst lollies, I suppose, and they're in rows of three. But there's a way to actually do it where one swipe like is a high impact swipe because you can like burst a whole bunch more of lollies if you wait for the right moment and if you're strategic about it. And funnily enough, as I was playing Candy Crush the other day, I actually thought this is actually the way that we need to do burnout prevention work as well. You have to get a trifecta approach going to figure out what you will say yes to. So I'm just going to flip the camera. Yesterday, basically flowing on from, if you've been following me on Facebook, you will know that at the end of last year, I actually did an exercise, not just with myself, but with my kids as well, and we came up with the word for the year, and we came up with sort of a letter to ourselves in terms of 12 months time, what we were going to see in our year. And actually I then mind mapped for myself sort of my key resourcing areas to achieve that. So what for flow on from that now is to actually execute, terrible word, I always say execute, but to operationalize that theme, that vision into programs and activities for this year. So yesterday what we did was we actually went through a brainstorming exercise where we just, without auditing or censoring ourselves, just got some domains going for all the different areas of work that myself, not the practice, but just me, Valerie Ling, in my work that I want to be able to target. And we just basically put all the ideas down into the different categories. And this morning we're back at the practice to start to sort those activities out to figure out which are the ones that we're going to say yes to. And so there's Kathy again. Yay. That we are now going to do the sort. The first thing that we've done is basically we've taken all of those activities and we've written them down into some sticky notes. Now, the trifecta thing for me, and it's not going to be the same for you, but the trifecta thing for me is I have to figure out, because basically my work pays my salary, that's just how it works when you're self-employed. I've got to figure out one factor is in terms of what will actually, of those things, what will actually bring an income into the practice, or more precisely into my work. What are the things that are actually going to be income generating? Then the second lot that we will sort out is, and of all those activities, what are the high impact activities that are going to make the biggest dent in burnout prevention and furthering the conversation in helping people to see that burnout can be prevented, that there are some solutions that we can be put into place. So that's number two. And then the third thing, now this is an interesting concept which I probably could do a live stream as a separate one, is we actually want to say, how ready is our community to receive those solutions? Where are they on stages of change, right? And when we've got those three circles going, we basically in the middle, so which one's going to actually earn an income, which is actually high impact, and which is of these things are our community prepared to take? within that, the middle part there where it all intersects, those are the things we're going to say yes to this year. We're going to cull that, distill that out, and then we're actually going to map it out onto our calendar. And I think when we get to that point, I'll probably do another live stream. But I'll leave you there with those thoughts this morning. See you later.